Have you ever wondered how Chinese restaurants get their beef and their stir fries so tender? When we think of tenderizing meat, we usually think of hitting it with a meat mallet. But what if I told you that there was another way to tenderize beef for stir fries? It involves using a common cheap ingredient that you probably already have in your kitchen that you can use to transform cheap cuts of beef into juicy, tender bites. In this video, I'll be showing you how to tenderize beef for a beef and broccoli stir fry. This technique, which I'm about to show you, is called velveting, and it's used by all Chinese takeout restaurants. The magical ingredient that can tenderize beef and any type of meat really is baking soda, which you can get for about $1, and you don't need a lot of it for it to do the trick. The way the baking soda works is that it increases the pH of beef, making it more alkaline, which breaks down the proteins and makes them loosen up. Proteins have a sweet spot when it comes to pH, and if you make them come out of their comfort zone, they will unfold and bind to more water molecules. When the baking soda treated beef is cooked, it reacts differently than regular beef, and it retains its moisture more during cooking because the unfolded proteins are more able to hold onto the water molecules. In other words, it stays juicy and tender even after being cooked. Anyways, enough of the science. Let's see how we can put this into action. Let's make some classic Chinese takeout style beef and broccoli stir fry. The first thing we'll do is slice the beef against the grain. We want those muscle fibers to be cut so that we don't have to chew through them ourselves. We want the knives to do the work for us. Make sure the beef is thinly sliced too. We want as much surface area for the baking soda to do its magic. Next, rub the baking soda into the beef slices and let it sit in the fridge for about an hour. Since we don't want the taste of baking soda in the final dish, we'll wash the baking soda off the beef with running water. Then we'll pat the beef slices dry with paper towel. We want to get rid of any excess water so that we can brown the beef more easily when stir frying. Bring a small pot of water to a boil and throw in the broccoli. Cover the pot if the broccoli isn't fully submerged in the water. Let it boil for 2 minutes and then drain and set aside. We don't want the broccoli fully cooked yet since we will be stir frying it later. Next, mix the beef slices in soy sauce, oyster sauce, cornstarch, oil, and white pepper. Give it a good mix. The cornstarch acts as a moisture barrier around the beef slices and prevents water from escaping, so the meat ends up tender and juicy. Then let's prep the sauce for the stir fry. We'll be mixing cornstarch and water first, and then adding the rest of the ingredients: salt, soy sauce, and oyster sauce. And then give it a good mix so that the oyster sauce is dissolved. Now for the moment of truth, we can start stir frying. Heat oil in a large pan or wok on medium-high heat. After it gets hot, throw the beef slices in there and cook the beef until browned and then set aside. Fry the onions until translucent and slightly browned on medium heat. Then fry the ginger and garlic until fragrant. Add the beef and broccoli to the pan and combine everything together. Mix in rice wine and sesame oil. And pour the sauce in and stir until the sauce thickens. And this is how you make tender, juicy beef stir fry. And this velveting technique is used in Chinese takeout restaurants everywhere. Not only can you use these techniques for beef, but you can use it for other types of meat such as chicken and pork to make it tender for stir fries. Now you'll never have tough beef for your stir fries again. And now you can make restaurant quality beef and broccoli, beef and peppers, or whatever beef stir fry you like, even from cheap cuts of beef to save a bit of money. You won't ever have to order Chinese takeout beef to satisfy your craving either, since you can make it from the comfort of your own home. If you like this video, please hit that like button. If you try these cooking techniques out, I'd love to hear about your experience in the kitchen in the comments below. Happy cooking, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.